Just an old test. So, we're going to be starting soon. Check 1, 2, check 1, 2. We have the intro video. Boom. Check 1, 2, check 1, 2. Audio capture.
Broadcasting live from the only establishment in town that can't kick him out. His own basement. The world according to Rocket.
Check 1, 2. I don't think I can hear it. I can hear me now. We'll give it a go. Okay, well, I'm just not sure. Wow. The audio for we are live. For 317. Check 1, 2. So there is the input. That's going to need to be on the main camera as well, I'd imagine. I am going to go over here. How do I make this public? I wonder. I sound like I'm in a tunnel. Okay. Well, that's not good. I might have to just pop over. I'm in OBS right now, and I might just have to pop over and do it like I normally do it, which is probably what I'm going to have to do. How's that sounding? Is that any better? I just made an adjustment. Yeah, let's just go here. We'll go ahead and go live. Actually, I want to play my little intro here. I'm not hearing any sound on this intro. Thanks, music for me. I love this little video of Nico.
Broadcasting live from the only establishment in town that can't kick him out. His own basement. The world according to Rocket.
I'm just curious. Boom. Hey, it's me. I'm here. I am broadcasting live from my brand new software here, the OBS software. I don't know. It seems like it's doing all right. Well, hang on. The audio might be screwed up again. I see that now. Boom. Now it should be better. Ohio State and Tennessee are going after the same offensive lineman. Yeah, they are. But that's always been the case, really. We've had a very, very good recruiting year. I'm quite pleased. Some of the people that we got were all people that Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, Oregon, those type of teams were trying to get. Not all of them, but most of them were. And some of these kids decided to come to Tennessee and play. And that's awesome. That's awesome. And the reason is very simple. Well, it's probably twofold. Number one, they know that they're going to get ready. They're going to be able to play rather quickly. And number two, the NIL money. That is going to be the downfall of college football, probably. We'll see how that goes, but I'm not hopeful. So let me see who's here. Purple Einstein, hiya, my brother. I love your avatar. That's awesome. Stingray, you sound like you're in a tunnel. Yeah, hope we got that fixed. Hi, Zachary. Appreciate you. Always appreciate that classic white helmet. Sounds like it's straightened up. Yeah, no reverb now. Better. Good. Boom, boom. Stingray. Tennessee is going to be scary next year on offense and defense. Well, we'll see. There's a big leap from high school to college, obviously. Duh. I mean, I'm not a smart man, but I know that. But we'll just see how quickly they transition. But man, we actually have people now that know how to tackle. When I was watching this Arian Carter kid, I mean, I talked about in the video, he had like a two-prong attack. It was a two-impact tackle. It was bam when he hit them and bam when they hit the ground with him still locked and attached to him. It was a thing of beauty. Everybody notice that? That was awesome. I mean, and it just wasn't one tackle. It was bam, boom, like boom, boom. And they stayed down. And he knew how to wrap Most kids playing college football, they just go in there and they try to hit somebody hard. And if somebody is elusive, they give them the little, that little thing, and they miss the point of contact that would have done some damage. But this guy, and the T-Lander kid as well, boy, they just both know how to tackle. Now, there's another kid. I'm going to do a video either tonight or first thing in the morning on all the kids that are starting in the early enrollment process. And most of those guys are on the defense. So I'm going to kind of feature all of them in the same video, maybe get a highlight or two of each of them, and just have a look at them, Can't wait to do that. I mean, there's more than I thought. I mean, there are like, there's like 15, right? 15 or 20. So I'm excited to see those guys. And can you imagine, it's kind of like I said in today's show, yesterday, they had lunch at the high school cafeteria, right? And tomorrow, they're having lunch and putting on pads and banging around with the number 6 team in the country. That's, God, I can't imagine that in my life when I was that age. I couldn't imagine it. But I will, Zachary, I do think they have the potential to be scary next year, but I think it's going to take a couple of years to for them to really get seasoned. But man, this is a great recruiting class, and it was a great start because, see, when Heupel came, how could he recruit? They were under the NCAA investigation. Nobody wanted to come here, which just points to what a great job he and his staff did. Yo, Nugs, what's up? Unbelievably, because there was no recruiting 2 years ago. Who's gonna come? Nobody. So, but now look what he did. These are people that chose Tennessee over, with respect, music for me, Ohio State, Alabama, Georgia, and I'm just thrilled. I am just tickled pink. I used to despise the Florida fans. Now it's the Georgia fans for me. Okay, they just, they're having a few good years. They're the best team in college football right now. But you have to do that with a little, with a little grace to realize that an injury here, an injury there, and things could change dramatically, fairly quickly, right? And that's why they're so good, because they were able to recruit some people like we're recruiting now. That's what's exciting about the Big Orange. Let me get to some notes here. Can everybody hear and see and everything? Because I'm broadcasting from a new place tonight. Digitally. I'm broadcasting from another software I'm not in Yahoo. I'm not in YouTube. So just give me a thumbs up on that. Let me know how that's going. Let's see. Okay, Fort Rep, I got your note. I got your note in the comments, and that note said, Coach Heupel just left my house with Cam. And I'm going, okay, now who is this guy? You never know who you're talking to on the comments. And I went, what? I have tried to run down. So let me get this straight. You're Cam Selden's uncle? Is that how I read that? Is that for sure? You're not lying to me. I'm going to take your word for it because I'm a trusting man. Just look at this face. And thank you, Fort Rep. I appreciate it. Fort Rep or Fort Rep? Don't know. Let me know. I love what you're doing. Thank you. It's been very exciting. There's a whole story that goes behind what I'm doing, and that is I had a heart attack and had to have emergency surgery and rip me open like that. And somewhere in that process, I don't know whether I was conscious or not, but I'm going, dude, of all the things that I could have wanted to do, like, oh, my bucket list. Oh, I should have done this. I should have done that. I'm going to die. I'm going to do this. And I shouldn't. I didn't get that. For somehow it came out, dude, you got to do that YouTube channel. Yeah, it's stupid, I know, but that's kind of how it happened. So when I got well enough to do it, that's why I'm doing it. So Burgess, James Burgess. Hello, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. My big orange friend back at you. Sounds and looks good. David Collins, thank you so much. Stingray, thank you. I like the push-ups, Nico. Let's give Nico some love with the push-ups. Somebody left a comment for me that, oh, Lord, that man's got to put some meat on his bones. And I said, dude, it's Knoxville, Tennessee, probably the home. East Tennessee Mountains is probably the home for biscuits and gravy. Everybody know that? Raise a hand. Right? Am I right? He'll put on some weight. They will get him in there, and he will put on some weight, and they will get him just like they did Hendon, and just like they've done to Joe Milton. They will work with his feet and learn how to become a quarterback from the ground up and take this raw ability that he has and just mold it into something super fine. Let me get back to the chat. Thanks, Nugs. Looks good. Sound good. Fortrep. Yes, sir. So I have the proof. No, you don't have to have the proof. I'm just asking. Tell me about Cam. Is he an early enrollee? Is he coming? Is he coming tonight or tomorrow? Or how is that going to happen? Or is he waiting until the summer to come? Give me the update on that. By the way, Fortrep says that he is Cam Selden's uncle and that Coach Heupel just left there. And we'll see. I don't know a lot about Cam Selden other than he's supposed to be fantastic. I have tried to run down video highlights on him and can't find anything. It seems that they have been scrubbed or were never put up. One or the other. I can't find them. So, Fortrep, if you know where they are, I would like to do that. Zachary Whitfield. I can tell Rocket is a great guy. He's a Tennessee Star Wars fan, best of both worlds. Yes, I am. Me and Chewy go way back. Somebody on the channel the other day said, I forget what the context was, but it said, but what I really want to know is the relationship that you and Chewy have. And I said, what stays on planet Hoth? No, what happens on planet Hoth stays on planet Hoth. Yeah, I am the original Star Wars geek. Tate Hansen, who is dishing out the nugs tonight? Yeah, who? Let's get them nugs dishing. David Collins, yes, sir. Thank your family for joining the Vol family. Hey, I've been in the Vol family since I was like a wee lad, my friend. Yeah. So I've been there a long, long time. Purple Einstein, what do you think of Fulmer's take on how fast Coach Hype and Vols football is taking off? I have to plead ignorance on that. I've been in the studio cutting stuff all day and editing, and I do not know. Educate me. What was his take on it? Zachary, at least he did them. unlike some people. Oh, Zachary, you have a wicked memory, my brother. I wasn't even going to bring that up. That's a lie. I probably was. But that's kind of what started the whole South Carolina mess, right? Mm-hmm. Well, if we're to believe the story, anyway. David Collins, beans, cornbread. Yes, sir. Cornbread and buttermilk. Mm-hmm. And biscuits and gravy. That'll fatten that boy up in 30 days. I ain't even lying. Fort Rep, I have some pics. Love to see them. David Collins, he looks really good. I've seen his highlights. Yeah, he's... Now, are you talking about Cam or are you talking about Nico? I'm assuming you're talking about Cam. But I haven't been able to find his highlights. They're not on 24/7. They're not on Huddle. They're not on the usual places where I go grab them. Nugs, I hope Cam becomes our Debo Samuel type of guy. Well, that's what they're saying. That's what they're saying he is, his Debo Samuel. But what I want to know is he in Knoxville? Is he coming tomorrow? Is he coming to practice? Is he going to the Orange Bowl? Or is he waiting? Harold Denton, I do not know you, sir. Welcome to the channel. By the way, those of you who are not here, those of you who are not here can't hear me. See how that works? Those of you who are not subscribed, won't you consider subscribing? Because it's my birthday in 9 days, and I'm trying to get, the 23rd of December, I'm trying to get 2,000. Now, we only started this a month and a half ago, and it's moving fast. It's moving great. But just, as a little ego boost and a Christmas and birthday present combined, I'd like to get to 2,000 subscribers. Help me out if you can. I would appreciate it. Let's see. David Collins. I'm there with you on being a Vol fan. David Collins. I'm an OG Vol fan. Well, I guess we're kind of OG brethren, I would imagine, Dave. Wayne Starnes. Cam Selden. Hi, Wayne. Thanks for being here tonight. Cam Selden will be an early enrollee. Okay, great. He'll join the Vols in January after the All-American game in San Antonio. Okay. All right. I will advise you and do a little promo plug tomorrow. I have the early enrollees who are actually here starting practice tomorrow and will actually go to the Orange Bowl. They'll practice through the Orange Bowl. For those of you who saw the show today, I went through the rules, and here are the rules. For those of you who didn't, I'll give them to you. They can, obviously they have to finish their high school work and be officially graduated or officially eligible for graduation, and they can get here and they start practice. Helmet, pads, the whole 9 yards. They can practice through the Christmas holidays, and they can actually travel to the Orange Bowl with them. They can practice at the Orange Bowl. They can suit up at the game, be on the sidelines, but they can't have pads and helmet on. It can just be a decorative thing. And obviously can't play, but they can practice down there in pads and helmets. So, man, can you imagine how excited those kids are? Wow. Amazing. Well, let's see. You have his senior highlights. Man, I tell you, hook me up. Send me a comment on how I can get a hold of you, Fort Rep. I'd love to have them just so I can do a thing on him because I hear nothing but fabulous things about him. Let's see. Fort Rep, you're saying that you have them, you don't have a link to them, you actually have them. Is that what I'm understanding you said? Harold Eaton, Fort Rep, I lived for 34 years in Chesterfield County in the Midlothian community. David Collins, Rocket Man, does great work. Join up. Thank you, Dave. Harold Denton. Nash, I just found your channel a month or so ago. Love it, sir. Thank you, Harold. I appreciate it. We only started a month or so ago. Actually, I started about 5 years ago, and then I got really sick. And I'll tell you why I started it 5 years ago was because I got so pissed off at Butch Jones that I just started getting on YouTube and ranting and raving about that, and then I got sick soon, so. And I never got back to it, and then I ended up having open heart surgery this past January. 10 months, 11 months coming up next week. Well, let's see, but all is good now. All is good. There's a link to Selden's highlights, Rocket. They're on YouTube. Man, I tried to find them, and I don't want to pull them from another dude like me who's doing a show. I don't mind lifting them from, one of the big. Ooh, what happened here? Hang on, did I miss something? It seems like I must have. All I'm doing is seeing. Oh, Tate. I almost missed your. There it is. Just for the nugs. My brother, thank you so much. Thank you, Tate. I appreciate you, sir. $4.99. Ding. Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. What I'm going to do, let me kind of give you some. Okay. Relax, Rocket. I'm excited because I'm doing this tonight from a software that's going to allow me to do like this, boom, and show you some things that I want to show you. Oop, don't look too long. Not yet. And which is what I really want to do, is to be able to show you guys things. So my kind of background with this is kind of, radio stuff. You can probably tell that. I have that old kind of radio thing about me still. In fact, this microphone I got in 1998. This is one of the top broadcast microphones in the world. And I got it in 1998. This microphone in 1998 cost me $1,200, this microphone. That's like $2,000 in today's world, right? And you can get them now for like $500. But it was a top-of-the-line broadcast mic. And so I kind of want to do things like this, so I'm really giddy and whatever. And I want to show you the bowl games, because when I left terrestrial radio and joined on to, well, I didn't join. I created a thing called Radioplex.com. And I left terrestrial radio, had a contract dispute, and I said, well, hell, I'll just do this at home in my basement, which is the whole thing about the only establishment in town that can't kick him out, his own basement. That drop, that voiceover is, 25 years old, that when I started Radioplex. Okay. So what I started doing was handicapping football games, because back in the day, I handicapped horses, all right? And I found them to be very, very similar, right? So one of these things, when I had this vision, when I was in ICU and floating in and out of consciousness, was that I got to get back. I'm going to get my YouTube channel. I'm going to talk about Tennessee, and I'm going to sell football picks. So, Tate, this is kind of in response to your generosity for the $4.99. Thank you very much for that, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell the bowl picks for like $79, but subscribers are going to get them for like $29. So I'm going to kind of use that to induce subscribers, right? But I'm going to show you that it's quite a bargain, actually, because I have a system where things... I mean, the only two games that I lost this year with Tennessee was the Georgia and the South Carolina game. But as you will see on championship day the other day. What was it, 2 weeks ago? 11-3, right? Pretty good. You can make a little cash over at FanDuel with 11-3, right? But I'll show you, and I'm going to give you a couple of free picks tonight. And all I ask, if you bet with them and you make a little money, just hit me up with a little, I don't know, a super chat or a super thanks or whatever it is. Thank you, Tate. I appreciated that. That was a great segue into what I wanted to do. Let me get back here. Fort Trevor, I live in. There are on Twitter, on his Twitter page. Oh, okay. Okay, great. Great. I'll go snag him off his Twitter page because I've had several requests for him, but I just haven't been able to snag him. Music for me. I tweeted you highlights of camp. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Stingray, Butch would make us all sick. Yeah, he did. David Collins, I had a headache every Saturday when Butch was here. Oh, God. Oh, man. I'm sure his mom and daddy love him, but I sure didn't. And I'm sure the good Lord loved him, but I sure didn't. Lord have mercy. Wayne Starnes, Cam Seldon senior highlights are on the huddle. Man, I couldn't find them. I looked. Anyway, glad you're doing much better than that. Thank you. I about died in March 2017 dealing with pulmonary embolism. Ugh. That had filled capillaries in both my lungs and blocked my pulmonary artery. Bless your heart. Are you okay now, Harold? I'm hoping. I knew some people whose kids play sports at King William High School. I am friends with Costello and Carter families from the Mattapony tribe. What is going on? Where am I all of a sudden? Their mom and uncle give turkey and deer to the Virginia governor. Ooh, deer. When I was on the radio, every deer season, somebody would go, hey, Sweet 98, hey, Rocket, love your show. You want some deer meat? Yeah, bring it on. And the fools come driving by. This is 6 o'clock in the morning, right? The fools come driving by a couple of in a truck, and we had Showcase Studios completely enclosed in glass on the corner of the street, of the busiest street in Omaha, Nebraska. And they would pull up the truck, jump out into the truck bed, and there's a full-blown deer, and just drop it right on the sidewalk. Yeah, could have dressed it for me. You didn't ask me that bit. Anyway. Danny Pritchard, there's my man. Good, thank you, Danny. Wayne Starnes, I'm trying to send you the huddle link, but it won't come through to you. Okay, all right. I'll check again, but I just could not find it. But people are I've had several requests about Cam Seldon and haven't been able to track it down. So anyway, I'm going to show you the winner of the first game tomorrow. The bowls start tomorrow, my friends. They start tomorrow. And the conference championship games and the bowls, in my experience, are typically, you can read those, I call them racing forms. You can read those racing forms, and they stick pretty true to what's going to happen. Don't know why that is. I guess because they have a period there between the season and the reset. They have a little period there where okay, look, let's get back to fundamentals, guys. In fact, Josh Heupel was talking about that very thing, right? Getting back to the fundamentals, getting some of these young kids some practice time. And I think that's kind of why my sheet is pretty good. We're just going to look at the first game here. Let me see here what I can find for you here. Hang on. Let's look at this guy here. So, I'm not accustomed. All right, well, hang on. I just want to, not 100% sure how to scale this. Oh, well, not going to worry about it. So I haven't done the UTSA Troy game. I'll do that tonight. But they start tomorrow, 11:30 a.m., which is 10:30 Central. Okay? That is the Bahamas Bowl down in Bahamas. And the Cure Bowl is in Orlando, Troy versus University of Texas, San Antonio. So tomorrow, come on, there's just got to be a simple way to. Hang on a second. Just you hang on, mister. Can I do this? No. I bet I can do it this way, though. Let me just go here to the document. And I can, there we go. That's what I'll do. Well, that's what I thought I could do. Hang on, hang on. There we go. Okay, y'all can probably see that better. Okay, we got Miami of Ohio and UAB. And UAB should be a 12.5-point favorite, all right? The Vegas line opened at -11, which is okay, but it kind of annoys me a little bit that they're not a 12.5-point favorite. The current line is still 11. Strength of schedule, UAB has a sizable advantage, 96 to 124. These are 96. Toughest strength of schedule. And then the strength of record is basically where they would rank versus the strength of schedule that they had. Okay, so there's not quite much of a difference there. But here's where, let me get my drawer. So when we look at this, right, this is offensive efficiency and defensive efficiency. And remember, I've talked about this a lot, how balanced a team is. And whenever we find the most balanced team, that is the team typically that's going to win a football game. The most balanced. Now, here's a very unbalanced team. Miami of Ohio, 24, 30%, 25% efficiency on the offense and a 40% on the defense. Now, that's not bad. It's better this way than the other way. But this team is just stronger because they're more efficient. And then when we look at their offense, UAB, versus this offense, this defense, it's an 11 percentage point advantage. And then when we look at Miami's offense versus UAB's defense, it's a huge advantage. It's like 15%, right? So when the computer spits out this score here, 30 to 20, right? And this is a computer score. It's not necessarily a football score. So this may be, 30 to 21 or whatever, 33 to 21 or something like that, right? So when we look at that, this makes sense because UAB is so much stronger in every category, right? And so they have to cover this 11 points. So what I am recommending in this particular game is UAB is going to win this game. It does make me a little nervous that they didn't show up right here in the open, right? I'm going, how come? They should have. Now, it's quite possible that toward the end of the game, toward getting closer to the start of the game, that this will move back up closer to this number. But these numbers are very strong. And so they're going to score. UAB is going to score 30 points, right? And because the difference in these two metrics, the 11 points, and these aren't points on the scoreboard, these are percentage points I need me a pencil, don't I? These are percentage points. 11 points here, and then over here, let's make that 25. Right? I mean, that's huge. That's a huge difference. Trying to do the math there in my head. 7, what's that, 17? So, as a result, I'm going to take away some points over here, particularly because their offense versus UAB's defense. Okay, it's just not going to be that potent. This defense is going to stop this offense. So I'm going to penalize this score here. Now, do I penalize that by 3 points? Do I penalize it by 7? If I penalize it by just 3, I got a 30-17 game, and that covers, right? So there you go. Because of this little thing here that it's not what it's supposed to be, I would just, what I would do is just bet UAB to win the game. But they're both 6-6 teams, so there's a lot of mediocrity there, a lot of average there. But UAB is going to win the game, and they're probably going to cover. And this is a reasonable score for me. Boom. And that is how I do that. There you go. How about that? Let me see what you got over here. I'm trying to send you a huddle. Okay. Y'all just having chats amongst yourself. I like that. Actually, I'm doing better. Just have to take blood thinner medicine for the rest of my life. Yeah, I'm happy to say I'm off of my blood thinners. I do take a baby aspirin every day. Rocket, I sent you the link to Cam Seldon Sr. highlights on Huddle in the comment section of your Arion Carter video yesterday. Awesome. Harold Denton. I'm friends with Costello Carter's. Okay, that's a little private conversation. The Sunken Grave, PE. I had a straddle PE in 2018. I have no idea what that means. Hey, Fort Rep, did Highland Springs win another 6A state title in football? I moved back to live in Northeast after Thanksgiving Day. The Sunken Grave, PEs are dangerous. Oh, pulmonary embolism. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, man, when they, that was quite an experience. I do not want to go through that again. And I get all the time, people make this, ooh, really? You had that? I go, yeah. Does it hurt? What do you think? Yeah, it hurt. A lot. But other than that, I was thinking about it today, actually. It's so humiliating, when they get you up to go to the bathroom, because they won't even consider letting you leave until you have a poop. Okay, they want you to have a poop before they even talk to you about moving you off the floor or whatever. And so you're weak as a kitten. You have these two giant tubes coming out of your chest, like right under your boobs, right out, and they're about that big around. Okay, I mean, it's some serious tubage, and both of those tubes are connected to like a little not plastic, but kind of like a see-through clear briefcase, call it. And it's measuring all the stuff that's coming out of you. And at some point, when it stops coming out of you, they say, okay, this is okay, right? And so you have to go to am I really talking about this? But I was thinking about it. But you have to go to the bathroom, and you're carrying this thing, and you got a catheter in. Man, Holy crackers. So my my respect and condolences for people who have to go through things like that, and pulmonary embolisms and all that kind of crazy stuff. Anyway, so what else we got? What time is it? 6:40. One cannot get hardly a sound sleep lying in them ICU hospital. No, you cannot. Are you comfortable, Rocket? Would you like anything? I would like more drugs. I would like whatever you have to make me unconscious. Not permanently, but you know what I mean. Anyway. Yeah, those ICU things, it's just, and the worst, you know, when you're intubated, you know, when you come right out of the hospital, right out of the operating room. So my surgeon told me that, Rocket, don't worry about it. When you wake up, your breathing tube will be gone. You will be outtubated. Or I guess it's extubated, isn't it? No. First thing I remember being conscious. Mr. Rocket, they call me Mr. Rocket instead of Mr. Phillips. Mr. Rocket, you're going to have see if you can breathe on your own now. We'd like to get this tube out of your throat. God, that was horrible. Oh my God. That was so bad. And they tried a bunch, and my body just didn't want to cooperate. But finally it did. They pulled it out, and I went, hallelujah. Yeah, Wayne Starnes knows what I'm talking about. Right, Wayne? Hey, Wayne, and who else had the pulmonary? I forget. Wayne and Harold. Was it Harold? Maybe? Yeah, Harold. Isn't it interesting, though, when you go through something like that, you end up being, feeling, or I did anyway, a lot more confident about your strength, about what you can endure, right? We are so much stronger than we know that we are. Because I was horrified of the whole thing, but I managed it. I went through it. I growled and I was grumpy, and it hurt. But boy, I was impressed that I went through it. That part of it was awesome. I gained a lot of confidence in terms of, okay, well, I went through that. I'll get through this kind of thing, right? And no, I have not had a pulmonary. I have not. David Murphy, try one up your nose for a week. Yeah. No, thank you. No, we're going to leave that for you, David. How was it? Fabulous. Had a transtibial amputation from a motorcycle wreck, and was put into an induced coma and had the breathing tube. What is a transtibial amputation? I've heard a lot of terms before, but I've never heard of a transtibial amputation. Does that mean, is that connected to the tibia bone in your body? Is that what that is? Yes, sir, Nash. That experience scared me to death at first, but I also became more confident and thankful for having another chance at life. Yep. You're right, brother. And that's exactly what it feels like. We got another chance. I made that happen. A below the knee amputee. Okay. Oh, wow. Wow, okay. So you went down on a bike and lost your leg doing it. Wow. Well, God bless you. Yes, sir. Hear, Harold Denton. It's amazing. Do you know, interesting, my grandmother was, well, I don't know what makes it a transtibial or not, but she lost her leg just below the knee as a result of diabetes. And this was like a long time ago. And we lived in this tiny little house, and she lived with us. She was my mother's mother. And severe diabetic, lost her leg because of it. And I remember she was not a happy person. She had a hard life because of that. But that was a very long time ago. That was 60, 70 years ago. 50 years ago, I guess. You know, and she was from the country and wasn't very sophisticated, didn't believe in doctors a whole lot. You know, just kind of believed that whatever came to you, and it was supposed to be your burden to carry, right? So, God bless you, Wayne, for carrying that burden. I'm sure it is just that. Trying to figure out how to manage that. Boy, this took a turn, didn't it? How did we get to from Nico doing 10 push-ups because he walked on a tee to talking about transtibial amputations? Wow, that's quite a little trip there. Thank y'all for that. Anyway, all right, I'm hungry. I think I'm gonna go grab a bite. So I appreciate y'all popping in. I'm going to do more lives. I am most comfortable doing lives as long as I have, you know, things like this that I can share with people, right? Because that way I can communicate ideas and show things and have some fun and show wacky things and show poignant things. So I'm looking forward to this. It's going to be exciting. So thank you all. If you're not subscribed, please do so. And don't forget, UAB is the team tomorrow. And Tate Hansen, thank you very much for the $4.99. I wasn't expecting that, just for the nugs. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, sir. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Be on the lookout for the next one. All right. Take care. Adios. Go Big Orange.